Yes. Hi, Santosh Garu.
Can you hear me
Sorry,
now?
a lot of
I
technical
know,
difficulties.
I
Yes,
know,
yes, yes,
I know.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here is what I want
Perfect.
everybody.
Let's
Let's get
get
started.
started. Everything from beginning.
Before I mention anything, right? I want people to make sure they understand what they're looking at, right? Instead of just stating something blankly, I'm going to go through the actual section, and then I'll explain you why I believe that this is not going to stand, right? So whenever you
Okay.
take a case to the court, right? If something is in a gray area, then the court could decide it either ways, right? You can either say that it's white or black, right? But if the section is clearly, it looks like as if it is in white, right? They cannot say that it's black, right? So I want everybody to open this executive order that they have issued, right? So in the first section, which is the purpose, right? They clearly mention that the 14th Amendment states all persons born or naturalized in the United States and such thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. Right. Here the thing is they are misinterpreting the language in the 14th Amendment. Right? The language that they're referring to is subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Right? So basically what the Trump administration is stating is if a person is an undocumented immigrant, right? Or if they are here temporarily thereof, they are not subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That's what they are trying to say.
Okay,
Right? Is it clear or is there any confusion?
it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here is my argument. Okay. This is completely nonsense. Even undocumented immigrants have to follow all federal and state laws. Right? So they are subject to the jurisdiction. There is no question about it. Right? If they violate any criminal laws, then they'll be jailed. They have to pay their taxes. They have to get their driver's license to drive. Everything. They have to follow all the rules and regulations set by the state and federal government. So they are clearly subject to jurisdiction. There is no question about it.
Right.
Right? So if you look at if the language, right, they are clearly basing their reasoning on this one. They are saying that hey, undocumented immigrants are not subject to jurisdiction thereof, which is completely false. Okay, and I also want everybody to read this book. There is actually a book on this matter. I'll give you the name. This was published long ago. Give me 1 second. I'll give you the name of the book. Yeah, I'll actually text you the name of the book in some time.
Okay.
I made my notes somewhere. Okay,
Sure.
but based on this one, their interpretation of the 14th Amendment is clearly wrong. Okay, so this is not
Okay.
going to stand in the court. Okay,
Okay.
the second challenge that
So
they
how
would
does
face,
executive order?
the second challenge that they would face is it's not possible to implement this. The administration has to come up with another complete administration section which just deals with the birth, right? Who is going to check whether the person's, the parents' birth certificate, birth details, or their immigration status? That's not possible.
Right.
Okay. Not only this, this will lead to generation of millions and millions of uh, uh, residents. I'm not calling citizens. They're residents who are born in the US, but they don't have any rights.
True.
Okay. And they will not have any rights in the country that they are born in, which is not possible. They will not allow that to happen. Okay. Again, there is very, 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 very little chance that this will go through, this will be approved in the Supreme Court. There are a lot of organizations that are already charging this for challenging this, and it is not going to sustain. Okay. So please do not panic about this. I don't think this will be implemented. Okay. It's a constitution, easy to change it. Okay. Yeah. And the courts, there was actually a case on this one. Give me 1 second. I'm just.
Sure.
Okay. So there is a case called United States versus Wong King Ark. United States worker WONGKINARK. Okay. In this case also, they argued that the children of Chinese immigrants are not eligible for citizenship, and the court did strike it down. So this is not the first time that something like this was taken up in the Supreme Court.
Okay. Let's say in the worst case, if it happens, how many days
It cannot happen.
How much duration it gonna take?
Happen.
Or it cannot happen.
They are trying to
Okay.
change the constitution by using executive order, which is not possible.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't want anyone to get panicked because of this one.
Understood.
Okay, especially those who
So
are
this is clear.
legally present in the US, please do not panic.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, they might come up with a lot of these executive orders, but it's not gonna pass through. There are already a lot of lawsuits that have been
So these are
filed,
just executive
and
orders.
there is a high chance,
Uh-huh.
very, very, very high chance that this will be stricken down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so please
Thank you,
don't
Sundar
panic.
Garu.
Give me 1 second. I was just making some notes. Just trying to look at the book that I was referring to. Does anyone have any questions regarding this? I think everybody has met our read, right? So the executive order basically says that unless one of the parent is a US citizen or a green card holder, the child would not be eligible for US citizenship by birth, right? Whether they are present in the US
Right.
legally or illegally or however they are present.
Right.
It's in whitehouse.gov. I mean, this one
No, I'm
published
speaking about a book that I actually.
current executive order.
Yeah.
Okay, the book you're talking about. Okay.
Is it exclusively on the birthright citizenship, Santosh?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I had in my notes from before. Give me the name. Give me 1 second.
I just googled it and I got one. History of race and rights.
No.
History of race and rights in antebellum America. Martha S. Johnson.
Santosh Garu, are there any other executive orders that we need to pay attention?
Not at this point of time, but it's going to be a
anything
big
about
one,
H4?
and it's going to fail. Everybody knows that it's going to fail. Yeah.
It's gonna fail. Okay. And what about H4EAD?
H4EAD
We
is
were
something
hearing.
different. They cannot see. They can stop issuing new H4EADs, but they cannot take away the ones that are already been issued. So I highly recommend that whenever possible, just try to file your H1B amendments plus extension and then apply for H4EADs too, along with it. In that way, you don't have to worry about this.
So what if it's already filed, Santosh? If it's already,
then they cannot do anything. If it's filed, they cannot do anything.
Okay, only if it's not approved.
Yes.
Okay. But do you think they're gonna take that off?
Which one, H4EAD? There is a small chance. There is a chance. There is a chance.
Okay.
But they cannot. This one they are not going to implement it. The birthright citizenship they cannot take it away so easily.
Understood.
Right. But again, there are few countries that do restrict birthright citizenship, but that is different. It's not part of their it's not part of their constitution. Right. So yeah. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I made a note of that book name. Give me one. Oh, there is a book called Citizenship Without Consent. Without Consent. It was written by Professor Peter Schuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Citizenship Without Consent.
Right.
Okay. That it all started from there. Okay. He is the author who wrote that 14th Amendment citizenship clause does not apply to children of undocumented immigrants. Okay. So this was published in 1985. And I think this all started from there. So if you want to read about it,
since 85,
then maybe you should order that book.
Okay.
No,
so there is no need to panic.
Because this was already reviewed by Supreme Court twice.
Okay. And this time we have more Supreme Court judges.
It does not matter. That's what I'm trying to say. If something is in gray, then they can decide whether it's white or black. Right?
Okay.
Here it's clearly evident that they are subject to jurisdiction. There is no question that they are not subject to jurisdiction.
Understood.
Okay. Whereas H4ED, there is a good chance that they may be able to take it away. That I'm not arguing on that one, but this is not something that they can take away that easily.
Okay, perfect. I know we have only 5 minutes. In this 5 minutes, I want to ask you about H1B. With the new H1B modernization rules in effect, what are the changes we're going to see?
The biggest changes would be...
Are we going to eliminate all the duplicates?
More than that one, the biggest changes would be that now, going forward, they will start requiring you to provide the MSA, purchase order, and also the client letter in order to prove that the position requires a bachelor's degree.
Oh.
In the specific specialty, right? Not for the not to prove the right of control, but to prove that the position qualifies for specialty occupation. That's what they're looking at.
Right.
Yeah. I'm assuming that everybody made a note of this one, right? Citizenship Without Consent is a book that I want you guys to read.
Yeah.
So because that is the book that has actually instigated all of these
Understood. We'll make a post, Santosh
Understood.
garu. We'll make a post
Yeah.
and publish it.
Yeah. And Santosh garu, while you are here, I have the other question. Now, with the recent H1B modernization rules, a H1B holder can hold 100% of
No,
a company, right?
What
So,
it says
did
is
you
not
guys
100% of a
started?
company, right?
Yeah.
What it says is
Yeah.
that they can perform some executive job duties also, right?
All right.
So, for example, 50% is perfectly fine. This used to be the case before also, but at that time they were not. It was not clear whether they can perform any executive job duties apart from working in their regular specialty occupation. But now it's more clear.
Hmm.
This really
Okay.
helps a lot of dentists,
Okay.
medical professionals, even attorneys or some software guys also in starting their own businesses, especially the
Okay.
startups and all.
Okay. Can they also hold up to
Well,
100%?
if you hold up to 100%, then there's no right of. It's hard to show right of control, right? How can you fire yourself? How can you hire yourself?
Okay.
Right? So that becomes a challenge.
Did you guys started filing these for
Which
any of your
one?
clients?
Well, we have been doing it for quite some time. Where for a lot of dentists and all, like they come together and then start a company, and then they'll be owning minority share, not more than 50%. Right?
True.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is fine. But like we were a little very cautious when it comes to clearly stating the job duties. Like we would never mention about their executive job duties, like maybe opening a bank account or running the day-to-day operations of the company. For example, if you filed it as dentist, you could only work as dentist and not to run the dental office, right? But now you have much more better guidance. I also want you guys to read this other case, which is called Dred Scott versus Sanford. Dred Scott, DREDSCOTT versus SANDFORD.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a case that actually that's what decided by the Supreme Court, wherein it gave citizenship to a lot of black African Americans in the country. So multiple, it's like at least two times Supreme Court has reviewed this one, and they clearly mentioned that anyone who was born in the US and subject to jurisdiction is eligible for citizenship.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and we cannot say that just because the person is undocumented or is not or even documented, but not a US citizen or green card holder, they're not subject to jurisdiction, which is not true. Yeah.
Understand. Okay, Santosh garu, we'll do another live session more in detail, probably over the weekend. But
Thank
thanks for
you,
your
and
time.
please do not
I'm
panic.
getting follow-ups from your
This
team.
is not going to stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks
Thanks
for joining in the
for
short notice. Thank you.